Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, Your Neighborhood Nurse. Today, before I start, I would like to encourage someone out there, a nursing student out there preparing for NCLEX exam, or someone preparing to move to the next level of their life. Whatever you're doing, just know that your time will come and God would help you. God would bring you to the right place at the right time. With that said, let's start with an NCLEX question today. And if you haven't seen our previous videos on positioning, we've been doing some series on positioning. This is the third video on positioning. So let's start with an NCLEX question. The nurse is preparing to insert an NG tube or nasogastric tube into a client. The nurse should place the client in which position for insertion? What do you think the answer is? Option A is right side. B is low Fowler position, high Fowlers or supine with the head flat. Take a minute and pause if you can and try out to see if you know the answer. The answer is C. During insertion of NG tube, the client is placed in sitting or high Fowler position. Why? To facilitate the insertion of the tube and reduce the risk of pulmonary aspiration if the client should vomit. So you must make sure that you're aware that the client doesn't have or will not have a situation where the client is aspirating during inserting your NG tube. So why is the right side or lower valvular or supine position inappropriate? Because there is risk for aspiration. Okay. So today, let's start. Today we are going to be talking about gastrointestinal positioning for clients with gastrointestinal problem. Let's start with the first word, hemorrhoidectomy. What position will a client be placed during this procedure? We place the client in a lateral sideline position to prevent pain and bleeding. If you haven't seen our word for the day, what hemorrhoidectomy means, please check it out. Okay, so continue with this, we'll look at gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. We call this GERD. We place the client in reverse tendolumbar position. Maybe if just so that the client would promote gastric emptying and prevent esophageal reflux, back esophageal reflux. Okay. Now, next is the question we had today. Ding, 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 ding. Nasogastric tube. For insertion, we position the client on high Fowler position with the head tilted forward. For irrigation and tube feeding, we elevate the head of the bed semi-Fowler to Fowler position to prevent aspiration. If the client is on continuous feeding, we place the client on supine position when providing care, like bath or changing their linens or changing their beddings. So we're going to talk about paracentesis. We place the client in semi-Fowler position in the bed or sitting upright on the side of the bed or chair with their feet supported. After the procedure, you can position the client based on the PHCP's prescription or the position that is comfortable for the client. Now, let's look at liver biopsy. Before liver biopsy positioning, we place the client on supine with the right side of the upper abdomen exposed so that the doctor would see what they are working on. The client's right side is raised, the right arm is raised and extended behind the head and over the left shoulder. After the procedure, we place the client on right lateral sideline position and place a pillow or folded towel under the puncture site to reduce bleeding and to provide pressure to that area. Now, let's talk about rectal enema and irrigation. For clients that would have rectal enema procedure, we place them on seams position to allow the solution to flow down due to gravity. Now, in Blackmore or Minnesota tube, we elevate the head of the bed to enhance lung expansion and reduce portal blood flow. This tube is not used often, but it's good we know it. We have a knowledge about it. Now let's look at another NCLEX question about positioning. The nurse is administering a clean animal to a client with a fecal impaction. Before administering the animal, the nurse should place the client in which position? A. Left same position. B. Right same position. C. On the left side of the body with the head of the bed elevated 45 degrees. D. On the right side of the body with the head of the bed elevated 45 degrees. Go ahead and pause for a second to see if you can try out this question. The answer is left same position. For administering an animal, the client is placed in the left same position so that the animal solution can flow by gravity. I said this if you were listening from the beginning. In the natural direction of the colon, the head of the bed is not elevated in same position. Note, you need to know the positioning of the position of the descending colon. It's located at the lower left side of the body. Okay. So, guys, that brings us to the end of today's lecture, positioning series 3. I'm going to see you in our next video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I really want to hear you guys. What would you want me to review on? And please share to your friends that are in the waiting room, those that are preparing for NCLEX. This might help them. Thank you, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.